Oh, so Pete, look, I mean, last time we recorded, we hadn't watched the Royal Rumble with the predictable Chris Jericho appearance.
I don't know. People are talking about that Jericho thing, I suppose, aren't they? That's kind of a
Just hit an edit point here. I think that, I mean, you know, he's definitely going to be there. I mean, we haven't seen it, but he's definitely going to be there. Right, wait. I mean, it was obvious he was never going to be there. Why are they going to put him on?
Yes.
Did you watch this ghastly, boring slurry?
It really did have all the charm of a hastily assembled stadium. It really did have all like the hollow metal pipes that make up a scaffolding construction. I did. The Liverpool-Newcastle was on my other screen, and it was hard to
someone
know.
likes the Saudis, don't they? Saudi and sport. Oh, yum.
Cannot get enough of them. But I mean, at least Liverpool-Newcastle, we weren't playing very well. Like you always say, you know, you could be good, you could be bad, but never be boring. And the Royal Rumble was very much that. I mean, Gunther AJ was okay, but I mean, another masked man, yes please, in the Royal Rumble, yes please.
I mean, what a brilliant decision by AJ Styles to take his gloves off and then shake his head and put them back on and walk out to leave everyone confused as to what happened, and then basically have all your bosses turn around and go, no, that was his last match. I mean, just defeat from the jaws of victory there. Absolutely perplexing. The matches themselves, I thought, were really, really badly booked. I thought they were... The women's match, I mean, until the last three were in, Sol Rucker, Tiffany Stratton, and the eventual winner, Liv Morgan, that was the only bit that showed any sort of flair and excitement. There was, by the time you got to the 30th competitor, there were 14 women in the ring.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's not a Royal Rumble, it's just a Battle Royal. And Battle Royals are always bad, and it smacked of going, I don't know what to do.
It really did, didn't it? Yeah, it was like, shall we have Lash Legend booked quite strong and then do nothing after that? And then even like in the male one, it was like I had a small titter, a polite chuckle at the two Americanos. That was all you got with me was a polite titter at that. And if you're going to have
imagine though,
yeah,
I mean, with the two Americanos, imagine if that had happened in front of a crowd who had access to AAA. If they'd have seen in Saudi Arabia any AAA wrestling, that might have meant something. As far as they were concerned, they were just like, oh, they've made a mistake here. There's two the same have come in.
They've both been to the same dress-up box. There was a lot of piped-in reaction to some very tepid stuff.
Stay away from this man, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. How about the upstart, the young OG, jump back-to-back in 2023 and 2024. Power to keep the championship.
There was barely any reaction to the crowd. Nothing really fitted. The chanting didn't really fit where it was supposed to be, and it was really quite embarrassing at times. There was a bit where, like obviously Obafemi, it was kind of his rumble, and then he's the new star, and like he's massive, and he's like, what a monster, brilliant. And then like Brock comes out, and he's like, get out.
Throw him out.
Maybe there's a lot for people who watch all of WWE's output all of the time, but for the casual observer like myself, I'm like, this doesn't seem to make any sense, even at a first glance of what's going on here.
I'm going to say there's a really obvious thing here, and what you do with the new star is you bring the new star in, and they throw out the big star.
Yeah.
That would make sense. So Obafemi throwing out Brock Lesnar. Yeah. Okay, I can see this. That's building up to WrestleMania. Yeah. Brock Lesnar throwing out Obafemi. Oh, so the guy that you were saying is good as shit, is he? Oh, he's shit. He's not as good as Brock Lesnar. And that happens sort of time and time again. Stuff that you went, how are you getting this so wrong? I mean, having watched that Untold Series 2, I realise
it's his getting it all wrong.
The people who are putting this all together, they're just really bad at it. Triple H has run out of fuel entirely. Road Dogg has never ever got this business. Michael Hayes is just sort of like misfiring the whole time. There's that funny pale weird man with the sort of thin lips who, you know, he doesn't care about what happens here, and you just go, okay, you're all shit at this. You're all really bad. And stuff that should be obvious, you're just like, let's rethink it so it doesn't make sense. It came down to the final three, Peter. You have Randy Orton, who was in the first Rumble he had was 21 years ago. You've got Roman Reigns, who won it a decade ago.
I mean, Reigns to win. He's going to be there anyway. What's the fucking story, guys?
I know. And then you got Gunther, and Gunther is the heel, and Gunther had already wrestled that big match with AJ Styles, and he comes down to the ring limping. If he was a babyface and he'd been put in a match he didn't want, and then he came out to try and win the Rumble, that's a thing. But they've gone, no, don't do that. Have the heel injured come out, and then no one will be cheering for him to win. But when Roman Reigns wins, he's beaten a damaged heel. It's like, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I do think it's about time we got rid of the thing of saying the winner of the Royal Rumble goes to challenge at WrestleMania. They just cannot, because they haven't got any new stars in the last 3 years, anyone who they feel is a big enough sort of face, and because the Jey Uso thing last year absolutely monumentally crashed and burned, it's just like going back to, rather than having Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania, you also have to have him win the Rumble, and then no one else is getting through. No one else is getting over. What was interesting is earlier, just before the Rumble, Reigns went on the Pat McAfee show, and he did a thing where he said, we're 2 years here now since, and he didn't mention this bit, Vince McMahon was shunted out. He said, and we haven't advanced. We haven't evolved. We have great leadership in Nick Khan. God bless him. What a businessman. He's a genius. But we haven't to be able to keep up with that creatively. And that is the biggest star coming out and saying, oh yeah, the key leadership is Nick Khan, the boring businessman. And he's basically saying Triple H is doing a bad job. I mean, this can't really go on.
It can.
WrestleMania itself is not particularly in a good place at the minute. The return to Vegas and the current US administration that I think a lot of foreign travellers are a bit wary of having to go to America, at this present moment, is affecting the sales clearly, and they aren't shifting enough tickets. The clearest indication of this has been they actually this week basically banned any venue from doing watch-alongs of WrestleMania within 50 miles of Las Vegas because they don't want people just going, oh, I won't go, but I'll watch it on telly.
Yeah, I'll have a better time here, to be honest. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I thought it was so dreary. I really thought it was dreary. And it's really fun because we've been on a hot streak for so long, and you sort of go, you've made enough mistakes now with things like the foiled Cena heel turn, with Travis Scott, with their inability to push the people that people want pushed. You can slightly see, okay, these mistakes are racking up now. And now we're getting into a point where it's hard to pull out of that spiral.
Yeah.
It is the nature of the business. It's cyclical. You go through hot periods and it cools off. And this really feels like, gosh, okay, we're cooling off. We are cooling.
It's only going to go very well for Drew, because when you are cooling off, you just go and grab the easiest thing. And Drew can carry a company at a very sort of mid-range level for a couple of years.
It can. So. The funny thing is, if you think about, maybe 18 months ago, the idea of Drew McIntyre having that position, you'd have gone, oh, that's a strange decision. Now you look at it and you go, don't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Don't care, fine.
Just doesn't matter. It's all rubbish.
I don't have 3 weeks of hearing whether Bron Breaker's injured or not. I don't care. I don't understand why people get excited about Bron Breaker so much. I don't understand it.
I mean, I think they like him because he's sort of dangerous and fast, and that's more exciting than watching, like the Drew McIntyre Sami Zayn match. Just give me someone who gets in there and gets out, and we can all carry on with our night. But I thought it was absolutely dull. It was so dull, and it's kind of fascinating to watch, isn't it?
It is. Wrestling will always be around, and it'll probably be WWE related. But like you say, it's cyclical, and it'll get hotter. Yeah. But right now, it really is in a very dull.
We've got a big show coming up before we go to America, which is we've got Pro Wrestling Eve's big show taking place at the O2 in March. And I find myself sort of thinking, British wrestling seems to be in a decent-ish place at the minute. It's something fun about that. They had their big multiverse rumble the other day where everybody comes in as characters. So Alexis Falcon was Mr. Bean, and there was the Queen, and they had Britney Spears, and everybody comes in. And one of the things they did was they had John Cena appear, and the curtains opened, and they did the old Invisible Man gimmick, the old you can't see me thing with Cena. And they got a lot of tweets, and a lot of people were, John Cena makes return on indie show, which I liked as a misleading headline. And I did watch that and I did think, Pete, I'd like us to have done that. We could have done that. And I thought we should have been Lily Allen and David Harbour. That would have been really funny. And I thought to myself, the problem is, I genuinely thought this. I was like, but it's of course it's a women's wrestling promotion. You can't just put two blokes in there. And I thought to myself, well, hang on, one of us is Lily Allen, so that's the only problem is David Harbour. I was a bit like, just sticking you in a wig and a puffer jacket is not going to sort of just go, that is fine.
Bad advice. Hey, Mark, speaking of poor advertising, the new WWE 2K game is coming soon, and they've got a new cover. And Triple H is on one of them.
He is. I am very much liking the people who go to the effort of taking the photographs that they're using for that video game and just going, right, let's find the original. And when they found that original, they must have thought, I do this all the time and nothing comes up. It's a pointless thing to do. And this time you go, well played.
A golden bit of photoshopping. They have, now, for the special Triple H, why we need Triple H WWE 2K26 cover in the year of our Lord 26 one, which asked that question. Nobody wants that. Nobody needs it. Why are they doing it? Well, because Triple H is in charge. But they have edited his titties.
They have. I mean, the original photo, obviously, because he's involved in these sorts of things, he would be giving photo approval.
Yes.
And he's obviously always liked that photo.
Yeah.
But the problem is, in it, his nips have gone down, they've elongated and imploded. And there's no reason that should have happened to a man.
The nipples look like they've kind of gone in rather than out.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
So he has paid for a man to come along and to digitally correct his nips.
Yes.
And they put him together and made him look good. He knew. It's the old Streisand effect, effectively. He knew about that photo and he was like, I love that. Shame about the nips. But now he's gone, it's been corrected. This is now perfect. And it's opened the door for everybody to find the corrupt nips photo. Absolutely the last thing he wanted to happen.
Yeah.
I just wanted us all to be quiet and to admire him. It is worth saying, those 2K26 games, there are 3 different versions. One is the Attitude Era version, one is the Monday Night Wars version, and one is the King of Kings version. And I think they all have sort of slightly different inbuilt games. Yeah, and some people have made the point. They're a bit like, I mean, the Monday Night Wars was 2001 that ended. That's 25 years ago. And then you've got the Attitude Era, which is 25, 27 years ago. Yeah. And it is sort of amazing that you then get Triple H on the front of it. A guy who has been in every single one of the WWE 2K games. Every single one of them. So it's not like they've put Sabu and New Jack on the front and you're like, oh, that's good. They're doing something a bit different. They're giving you the same thing they've always given you. What is the reason behind that? It's that Triple H is like, well, I'm the best one. Everyone will really want to do my game. They'll want to play me. And it's like, you've done this before. You're all over these things. It is going to be a better company when he's not involved, because at least they'll have to do stuff that isn't always just going, yes, I think that's a wonderful idea, Triple H. You really are the best. You know, it'll be a refreshing change.
It's the same way that Newcastle's... We beat Manchester United 5-0 once in the 90s, and it's all anyone talks about. And the same hooped David Ginola maroon and blue top that you can buy from the club shop, they release that every single year with looking exactly the same, the slightly different grandad collar on it, and people just munch it up. I munch it up because I remember those times, and nostalgia is very important, but just come on, guys, let's make something new.
I mean, I've had nostalgia for both of those things, but it's been going on for 15 years.
You've got nostalgia about your nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm sick of those eras, not because of the eras, but because there's nostalgia about them. I would have loved it if they'd done an NXT UK version. I'd have gone, well, that's genuinely bold.
Genuinely different, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Saudi Arabia's own Fahad Twig. So let's tell all the WWE fans here today and the millions watching at home right now what to expect from tomorrow's Royal Rumble here in Riyadh.
The Royal Rumble tomorrow, it will be awesome. It will be great. It will be great. It will be great. It will be great. It will be great.